I'm half Japanese. I don't really enjoy onigiri for whatever reason. I think it's the nori, you know. I'm not really a fan of nori unless they're in bibimbap.
Minasan, konnichiwa, I'm ICEE.
So we're gonna go back a little back. We're gonna rewind a little bit from a year before. Remember the people that were here last year? They share some of their kind of like New Year's resolution. I want to know if they actually did it. And of course, I want you to also feel, if you're new to this channel, that every year we're doing this. So if you have your New Year's resolution or the things that you're kind of like, this is my goal this year, you know, what's going to happen to you in year 2023, let me know because I want to do this every year from now till this channel is on and on until I'm alive, hopefully. We'll start with kind of remembering what happened before the year 2022 started. And let's see if these people actually made it. And let's see if I do still feel the same way to this day when I was doing this last year.
Hobby or whatever career you're taking, it all just become better. Sabi ko nga guys, kahit araw-araw 1% lang maging better tayo, that is good enough. Ayan, di ba?
So basically, still the same, you know, still the same MO. 1% better every day. It doesn't take a lot of effort to do 1%. Anything that does change from whatever you're doing from yesterday is 1%. So still same MO. We're still going to do this every time or this year. Still the same MO.
I want to hear what are your New Year's resolution, guys? What do you want to be better at? Could be physical, it could be mental, it could be your career, it could be your love life. Pag-usapan natin yan, diba?
So same thing if you have any kind of like goals that you set for yourselves. If you're single, if you want to find love this year, well, we're talking about a lot of dating, a lot of social skills, a lot of how to change yourself to get the perfect mate for you because there's nobody perfect for you. Maybe it is, but we're trying to do that in this channel as well. And hopefully this coming February, still the same thing. We're still gonna have a dating show this year. So that's also going to come up with this channel.
And of course, lahat kayo dyan sa nasa baba, kayo yung motivation ko, guys. Lahat tayong mga YouTuber. Lahat tayo. It's not just on YouTube. It's even in your own personal life. Sometimes you need people. Even if you think you can do everything by yourself, sometimes even strangers can give you motivation. You just have to look at it that way. O, diba? Nabulol-bulol na. O, diba? Ayan, alak pa more. Diba? Ayan.
And that's pretty true. Like a lot of you guys does motivate me. This is one of the reasons that I actually still am doing this is because of you guys. There are a couple of instances in YouTube journey, as they call it, that I kind of say like this is very toxic. And there are a lot of things that happen that I felt like this is not worth it. A lot of toxic people in YouTube, exactly. And the thing is, you know, being in a toxic environment, you know, it doesn't have to be on YouTube. It could be your own personal life in your real, not just virtually. There's toxicity everywhere. The more I get to learn people by talking, by interacting with you guys, the more I kind of like know how to balance these things. I know how to react on these things. And those are because of you guys. Like you really do motivate me. If you're feeling down, but if you're in this community already, and if you're coming into this channel, know that there's actually one person in here that you motivated just being in here. Put that little glimpse of positivity. Try to learn that. You are a really nice lady. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Not a lot of people think I'm nice, especially JJ. No, you met me too.
A Scottish person's first ever okonomiyaki cookie. Featuring JJ.
Craziness.
Let's see how we can manage this one, guys.
Oh, yes, of course. But, you know, like in person, you mean. Yes, I met JJ. And hopefully some of you guys, if you come to Japan, if you're nice enough, if you're nice enough, I'll meet you. So no expectation yan na. People that have sad lives and want to beat you down to their sad state. Yes, and don't let them. Just don't let them. Just don't. Me too. I'm nice, Sir Brett. And me, no, diba?
Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "We need other people because the self made man is a myth." True. That is also one thing, like being independent, it doesn't mean you're doing it all by yourself. Sometimes there's a lot of this positivity thing of being independent. But at the same time, you have to understand that sometimes if you find people, real people, stick to them. Kahit gaano pa sila kaunti. Isa lang yan. Kayo nga, di ba? Hindi ko akalain na darating yung mga medyo hindi ko nakikita lagi every live stream ko. You guys always motivate me to do more. And I hope kahit papaano, meron din ako na ibibigay na ibabalik sa inyo na motivation kasi that's what you guys means for me. O, diba? Lasing lang tayo, nag-emote na. Bulol na.
So basically, it's just kind of nice. And why am I showing you this? Why am I showing you this? One of the things that you should actually do, this is just kind of like my advice for people who wants to be better about their lives. It's not bad to look back, you know, on what you've been through. Some people just wanted to forget the past, especially if it's something that you're so grossed about or something that you're kind of like shamed that you've done in your life. I've always had these notes. And I think a lot of like self-proclaimed gurus, motivational coaches will tell you the same thing. Write on things that you want to do. That's one of the things that I felt like being, you know, a live streamer and at the same time, you know, like doing this stuff is I like going back to the previous ones, you know. I'm not showing you this because I'm narcissistic. Or just I want to like watch myself doing this is because I want to also kind of share that part where it's fine. It's fine to look at yourself. It's fine to kind of like reflect on the things you've done, whether it's good or bad. It's very, very self-healing. That's how you know where did you progress. Or even if you didn't progress at all. Sometimes when you're saying things now, sometimes a year from now or even like a month from now, your perspective will change.
Oh, I said that before, and now I have different mentality about it.
You're gonna feel better because you're gonna see things that you don't see before. You're gonna see things that,
Oh, this is how I kind of like got better.
or things that you probably didn't even think about, you'll probably think right now. This is why I was doing better. This is why I wasn't doing better. These things are very important if you really want to be better. But the thing is, you have to have that feeling of you want to be better because it does really gonna start from you, not from people around you and from people that wanted to manipulate you or change you for who they want you to be. But it has to come from you, like who you really want to be. You have to be very, very real about yourself. Actually, there's 3 things about my fitness journey that I want to kind of like stuck into your brain. And one of them is be real. Like be really real. No, stop being in denial. Doesn't gonna go anywhere. It just doesn't. It's not gonna get anywhere. You can tell you are really appreciative of your people that come to your live chat. Oh, can you tell? Is that yes, I am. Like I really am. Like some people, like how many people would put me down because you know they would tell me like I'm not going anywhere. This is not going anywhere. You have low views, but if you're here, your views does count. For some other people, I guess it's very, very important to them that you have high views. A lot of us wanted to be someone in YouTube. It's nice to have a lot of views. You can actually get something out of doing YouTube because it's a lot of work. That's why I'm really appreciative. But at the same time, the interaction, the knowledge per se, is very one of the things that I really treasure doing this is because I wouldn't meet people if I didn't have this platform or I didn't start this. You did not listen to them. I did not. Well, I have a reputation that I don't listen to people, especially if I know they're wrong. I have my own. That's why I'm not a cup of tea for everyone, is because I speak on my own. I have my own opinions. You can prove me wrong. You can prove me wrong, but you have to be good at it. You should not worry about the views too much. I don't. I really don't. Sometimes it puts you down, just to be realistic about it, especially when you hear it from people. But at the same time, it has an expiration date. I don't give a
Aw.
The important thing for me is I love what I'm doing. And the thing is, that's just who I am. If I don't like what I do, I stop. It doesn't matter the outcome or whatever. If the outcome is good, but my heart is not in it, I don't love it, I don't like it, you're not gonna let me, or you're not gonna get me to do it. It's just who I am. It's good to look back on your year. I try to look at the things I failed in and note them so they will never repeat. When I age, I don't see it as a year older. I see it as an upgrade Jerome 4.2, which is what I've always tell you guys. This is another thing. YOLO, be positive, don't dwell with hatred and anger. That's my New Year's resolution. I hope you got that kind of like peace. You don't dwell with hatred anymore and anger. We all have feelings, we all have emotions. And the thing is, you can hate some people, you can have anger on some people. It's part of life, I feel like. But at the same time, as I've always said, you have to understand that sometimes you have to put expiration date on these things. I don't like a lot of people sometimes, but it doesn't mean that it would affect my everyday life. I hate some people, but it doesn't mean that they will affect how I function every day. I would talk about them. I would feel angry at the moment when I talk about them, but it doesn't mean that they would affect how I live my life. And those are the things that I feel like and I observe like not a lot of people do. And not a lot of people understand the difference between those two. Sometimes you'll talk about these people, you talk about how you hate them, how you dislike them, but at the same time, they would tell you like just, move on and stuff like that. When a person doesn't do you good, when a person betrays you, it's kind of like their right to feel something. And I'm pretty sure I offended some people and they probably don't like me. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it won't affect me. And I hope it doesn't affect their lives. Because if it is, then it's their problem. 3 harsh truths. First one. Ooh, real talk right there. Don't post your issues on social media. People don't care, not because they are mean, because they tend to have no capacity to help as they have their own issues. Number 2. Second is don't place expectations in others. It only leads to disappointment. It's not another person's place to bring you happiness, etc. That's your own responsibility. Harsh truth, right? And third, no one can affect your mood or how you feel. Only you can. If they can manage to, it's only because you gave them permission to do so by letting it affect you. Very well said. I love your energy glow. I think it's awesome. Aw, thank you, thank you. I do try, Even though I'm still 95%. You should see me, Tony G, if I'm 100%.